In today's video, we are doing a skincare routine. I'll give you a little bit of insight on my skin and its history, and then I'll show you the products that I use right now to help take care of my skin and work towards improving it. If you're new to my channel, my name is Veronika. Nice to meet you. Feel free to hit that subscribe button and join the fam. Basically, I make videos on art, travel, sometimes lifestyle and beauty things, just things that I enjoy. And I post about 2 times a month. I'm trying to get better at posting more, but this is a new channel, so bear with me. Getting all that introduction stuff out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into my skin and its history. I am doing this video with my bare skin on display, other than doing a little bit of my eyebrows, because of course this is a skincare video, so I feel like you should be able to see what my skin looks like. There's a plane in the background, as always. Okay, cool, we're good. So a little on the background of my skin. I've always had problematic skin since I think I was like 14 years old. Definitely had like teenage acne, hormonal acne. I've just always not had good skin. Of course, now I'm 26, so my skin is not nearly as bad as it used to be, thank God, but it definitely still has its issues. Usually about once a month, I'll get hormonal acne, just like a couple of spots, nothing crazy. Typically, I'll just have like 1 or 2 small spots, and I'm just more so trying to work on my skin's texture because it's definitely been destroyed over the years. In the past, I didn't educate myself on like skin barrier and how to actually protect it so that your skin has time to heal and improve. I've always used very harsh skincare to try to tame my acne. So overall, my skin is just acne prone, porous, textured, and I would say it's more combination skin, so a little bit of oiliness on the T-zone. Overall, it's pretty balanced. It's not overly oily and not overly dry, probably because of the products I use, but I'll talk to you a little bit about that in a minute. A couple of habits that I've implemented outside of just these products is that a couple of years ago, I stopped wearing makeup every day when I was 14 and I started getting acne, and of course going through middle school and then high school. It was very much the biggest insecurity of mine, so I always wore makeup like pretty much every single day. Of course, that was not great for my skin, and that honestly kept going till 2020, and then the lockdowns happened and I just kind of like just stopped wearing makeup, and ever since then that just kind of became a habit of not wearing makeup pretty much ever. The only times I wear makeup now is if I'm going out or I have like an event or something like that. I just can't be bothered anymore, but I do think that did contribute a lot to my skin clearing up over the past couple of years. Second, and I'm sure you've heard this in almost every single skincare video, is water intake. You really do need to make sure you're staying hydrated. That helps with pores as well, because if you're dehydrated, you're gonna get those U-shaped pores all over your face because your skin is telling you, please, I need water. So I started drinking my intake of water pretty consistently around 2020 as well. I cut out all the energy drinks and sodas, and basically all I drink now is water and coffee. So if you are someone who doesn't drink enough water because you hate it, I get it, but you gotta do it. Just power through until it becomes a habit. It's very important, I promise. Another habit that I implemented actually several years ago was not washing my face every single morning. I, of course, do my whole skincare routine every night, but in the morning, oftentimes I don't wash my face. I just rinse it with water, call it a day. Then I put on any kind of like facial sunscreen and moisturizer that I need. I did find before when I washed it every single day and every single morning, it just kind of was too much for my skin. It felt like worn out and dry all the time. So if you are someone who isn't extremely oily, I honestly wouldn't recommend washing your face every morning. It is like a personal preference. I've heard mixed things about it from different people, but for me personally, it definitely was a game changer. Of course, if you're working out or doing anything that gets you a little sweaty in the morning, then wash your face after that. But if you're just waking up and going about your day as normal, I would recommend trying not to wash your face on those days. Again, unless you're very oily. So with that little about me and history, I am going to go ahead and show you my skincare products, and I'll put little overlays on the information on these products. I'll also link them down below if you'd like to purchase them. A lot of these products are from Amazon, so I'll link my Amazon shop with my skincare list so you can shop from there, see everything in one place, and of course I do get commission on those, just as a disclaimer. without further ado, let's go ahead and get started. The skincare routine I'm about to show you is my nightly skincare routine because again, I don't really wash my face in the morning. First up, we got the Anua Heart Leaf Cleansing Oil for my pores. And this, of course, is the first step in a skincare routine, especially if you are concerned about clogged pores or pore size, because it's very important to double wash. Start with an oil, really rub it into your pores, let all of the gunk and things like that pull out with the oil. Then, of course, you'll use your facial wash to wash off the oil. But I really like this product. It is part of like Korean skincare, which I've been super into. And I did find this on Amazon for $17.69, which is pretty budget friendly. You do get a decent amount in this bottle. The only thing that I don't like about this packaging is how quickly and sporadically the oil gets pumped out. So this pumper could be better, but it's manageable. But I've actually been using this for a couple weeks now and I haven't had any weird reactions, anything like that. It just does what it needs to do, especially if you have makeup on and you want to get that off. Another thing I like to do with this oil is apply it with the silicone brush. This one I also got from Amazon and will link below. But it doesn't really matter what kind of silicone brush you use. I know Sephora, Ulta, like all the stores sell these. You can basically apply this with that, with warm water, and just massage your face for about like 5, 6, 7 minutes. Just giving it a good but gentle scrub for a long time. That is something I like to do really every 3 days, just to really deeply clean my pores and make sure everything's pulling out. It's a little tip that I found in the comments on another YouTube video. Thought it was interesting and I'd give it a go, and so far I'm enjoying it. And the next step, of course, you want to wash all of the oil off of your face and actually clean your pores and face. And I find that foaming cleansers are the best after an oil application. This is the one I have been using. The details for this will be on the screen because I cannot pronounce this name and I don't even want to try and embarrass myself like that, but it'll be linked down below. This one's my second bottle and I got it from Amazon for $16.99, I believe. So again, budget friendly. It honestly does what it needs to do. It's for normal to oily skin because it is a foam cleanser, but I feel foam cleansers are really necessary if you do the oil part first. And I would say my skin's pretty sensitive and this has been very sensitive skin friendly. And after washing my face, I always air dry. I never use a towel or anything like that because I want to minimize the amount of things and bacteria that's going on my face. I don't remember where I got that beauty tip from, but I feel like the second I implemented that, my face honestly cleared up so much more. So if you are drying your face with a towel, try not to for a week. See what happens. So after cleansing, we all know we have to tone our face. We want to get the pH level back to normal, make sure everything's all good and well before doing serums, moisturizer, etc. I have 2 different ones. This one's nearly empty because I use it literally all the time. This one's only about 1/3 of the way gone because a little goes a long way. So this is a toning spray from Tower 28 and it's not marketed as a toner. It's more of like a skin repair spray, but it is used in place of toner. I just love it for the mornings because I tend to have a lot of pigmentation, especially around my nose and my chin. Spraying this, I feel, alleviates that a little bit. It's very refreshing. I love that this is a spray bottle. I don't have to use a cotton pad or my hands or anything. And you can use it throughout the day if you feel like your skin's just getting a little irritated. This is super sensitive skin friendly. I got it from Sephora for $28, so it's not super cheap, but it's not super expensive. I personally love this and I will continue to buy this. The other toner that I use every single night is The Ordinary, and I believe it's called glycolic acid, 7%. I could be saying that wrong. I'm not sure. I'm not an expert. For this one, they definitely recommend only doing it at night and once per day. Not any more than that because it is more abrasive. This product is intended to help tone and exfoliate your skin, and it's not made for like very sensitive skin or if your skin is compromised. So they do make that pretty clear. For me, I don't find it that abrasive or crazy. Again, I use it once a night and that's it. I don't love the smell of this toner, but I do think that it's done a good job with my face. I don't know, I'm not like a expert on glycolic acid, but I personally have felt that this has helped my skin texture a lot. And the other plus is I got this on Amazon for 17 bucks, so it was really budget friendly, and a little goes a long way in this pretty big bottle. So this is definitely a good budget friendly option. especially if you're on the market for an exfoliating toner. Next, we have serums in the sequence of skincare, and this has been my favorite serum of all. It's from The Ordinary, and I cannot pronounce the name, but I'll have the information on the screen for you so you know exactly what it is. This is 10% Niacinamide and 1% Zinc. Again, I can't pronounce a lot of these words. It's just not something I've ever looked into. Probably should have done that before this video, but I digress. I did see on a couple of skincare articles that they really recommend this ingredient for skincare. It's supposed to be very good for blemishes. I feel like this controls my oil production so well overnight that I wake up and I literally do not feel like I need to wash my face because it doesn't feel oily at all. It just feels moisturized. And as you can see, I am pretty much almost done with this, and I've had it for a few months now, so little goes a long way for me. I just do a couple of drops on my face, rub it in, and we're good to go. I've definitely seen a reduction in acne since I've included this every single night. You can include this in the morning as well. It's very sensitive skin friendly, nothing crazy. From what I've seen, I would 100% recommend this if you are acne prone and oil prone because it addresses both those issues very well. And it's also budget friendly. I got it from Sephora for like 10 bucks. Next for a serum is some more Korean skincare, which I love and adore. This is COSRX. I don't know if they spell that out or if they have an actual name, but that's the brand. This is their Advanced Snail 96. Mucin Power Essence, Mucin. This is a thicker serum, so I use it after those droplets I just showed you, and I love it because it's really good at making sure my moisturized face stays moisturized and protected, healthy, glowing, and I'm not losing moisture overnight, so this is something I use only at night, not in the day. I do find this very soothing and gentle on the skin. If you're someone with dry skin, I can imagine you could use this in the morning as well to help you with that, but this is not a moisturizer, it's just an extra moisturizing serum to use before your moisturizer. If you have very oily skin, this might not be the product for you, but combination, which is what I have, this has been treating me very well. And I've had this for several months, and look how much is still in the bottle. This lasts me forever. The pump is perfect. It doesn't have too much product coming out of it, and I just really enjoy this. It's budget friendly. I got it from Amazon and I believe it was $17. Now, moving on to moisturizer, I use two different products on the daily. So this is the Water Bank Moisturizer from La Neige. Again, might be saying that wrong. Info on the screen. And I am obsessed with this moisturizer. One, it's in the cutest little packaging. It's literally just a twist off and you got your moisturizer. The other thing I love about this is it's 1.6 fluid ounces, so I can actually travel with this and I don't have to consolidate it into a smaller packaging. Although it's smaller packaging than other moisturizers, I've also had this for several months and I have a really good amount of product in it. A little really does go a long way with this, and it's just so luxurious feeling on the skin. I can't even describe it. I discovered this because I made a Sephora purchase and they gave me a free sample and I literally fell in love. I bought the whole thing because I knew I was going to continue to be obsessed. It's truly so lightweight but still moisturizing, and it doesn't smell weird. It's cute packaging. It looks aesthetic. I can fly with it. Everything is perfect about this. And this one is honestly probably my favorite product in this whole haul. I did get it at Sephora and it does retail for $40, so it's not very budget friendly, but it's not the most expensive moisturizer out there. And I do just think it's worth every penny, especially for how long it lasts. I just can't recommend this enough. If you're someone with combo, oily, or dry skin, I feel like this will work for you because it's truly just so balanced and perfect. It keeps me up at night how good this moisturizer is. The other moisturizer I'll show you is the one I use in the morning because it has SPF in it, which is so important every day if you go out in the sun. Even if it's overcast, use SPF. This is the Sense Kiehl's 1851 Ultra Facial Cream. It's just magnificent. This is my second bottle. It actually smells really good. It's lightweight and it has SPF 30, which is perfect because that's like minimum standard for SPF on your face. And I do feel like it keeps my face moisturized all day and it gives me like a good, healthy glow, especially to my cheekbones. This one was actually featured in one of my vlogs like a year ago, and it's still going strong. After a year, I just recently bought the second one, and you can see there's still hella product in that. The other thing to mention is that I enjoy the texture this gives my skin for underneath makeup. Very moisturizing, but there's still a slight tackiness, so it helps makeup like cling to your face a little bit better. Even when I go out like at night and I'm putting on makeup and I don't need SPF, I'll still use this because I just enjoy how it feels under makeup. And for this moisturizer, it was $39 from Sephora, so not the most budget friendly, but not the worst. Just kind of depends on whether or not you feel it's worth it. And I personally do. So now we're getting into auxiliary products, just things I use like every once in a while, depending on my skincare needs. For my exfoliant, I do have some Korean skincare. So this is by Wish Trend, and it's a green tea and enzyme powder wash. So very much giving gentle exfoliation, nothing too crazy. Definitely does the job though. I just know it's not good to over exfoliate your face. I really rarely use this. It's only once a week, maybe once every 2 weeks, but I feel like my skin needs it. But it's cute. I enjoy the packaging. It's just gonna be green tea extract and enzyme powder. You mix it up with some water, rub it on your face, and you are good to go. And I just found it to be very minimally invasive, good for sensitive skin. Haven't had any weird reactions to it, and it had good reviews as well. And I did get this from Amazon, and it was pretty budget friendly. Definitely recommend if you want to try a different exfoliant. So for my last product, this is a eye cream and treatment. This is meant to be applied under your eyes, and you can do the eyelid. It's really just meant to depuff them. So here is the eye cream. It's the Sense Kiehl's 1851 Creamy Eye Treatment with avocado. Love avocado. Love a green packaging. I'm all for it. I put this in the extra because I honestly don't do an eye treatment every single day. I primarily use this for before makeup so that my eyelids and my under eyes are primed, they're feeling moisturized and ready to go because I do tend to have slightly dry eyelids. So far, this has been doing me well. It hasn't been groundbreaking, to be honest, but it hasn't been bad. I'm not a huge eye treatment girl, so that might be why I find it not groundbreaking. Other people might disagree. Just wanted to give a little mention to this little guy because he's been doing his thing. I do have sensitive eyeballs and they haven't irritated it, so that's a plus for me. And I did get this from Sephora for 37 bucks, so not the most budget friendly. If you're not into eye treatments and you don't feel like it's necessary, you don't need this, but if you are, this could be a good product to try. I don't regret the purchase for sure because it really does help my eye makeup be applied better, and it's got avocado, which is cute, and I'm all for it. So that is pretty much my skincare routine. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got some good recommendations. I just really enjoyed sharing a little bit of my beauty routine with you guys. I know it's a little bit different than some of my other content, but thanks for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you liked the video, hit that like button. It helps my videos get pushed out to more people and thus helps this channel continue to grow. If you haven't subscribed by now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button if you feel inclined to join the family. I do aim to make an art vlog pretty soon, and this summer I'm gonna have some awesome travel vlogs in Europe. I'm going to like 5 different countries, and I do want to vlog my experience, so definitely stay tuned for that. Until that summer though, there probably won't be a lot of travel because I will be saving my money for that huge trip. And of course, in the meantime, if y'all have any requests for videos or feedback or recommendations, feel free to leave those in the comments below. I read every single comment and I do my best to respond as well. I just love having that open communication with you guys. I also make content on Instagram and on TikTok, so feel free to follow those platforms if you'd like to see other forms of content from me. I am a little bit more active on those platforms. And if you're an artist and you make content on art, definitely hit me up on those platforms. I always follow back artists because I just love filling my feed with art from different people. Other than that, I really hope you enjoyed. I will see you guys in the next video.